Okay, children, welcome back. In this session, we are going to revise the lessons, Unit Test 1 lessons. The first lesson is food. Actually, what is food? Food is the substance which gives us energy. To get the energy, we are consuming food. So, whatever the substance that gives you energy, it is only called food. Otherwise, it is not called food, right? So, there are variety of foods. There are variety of foods. In our daily life, daily we are taking different kinds of food by cooking in different methods also, right? But basically, the food are 7 types: eggs, milk, fish, meat, carbohydrate, water, and what we eat. It includes vegetables also. That is only egg, milk, fish, meat, carbohydrate, and water. So these are the food items. Salt. These are the food items that we eat in our daily life, right? So these food items may be available. Maybe we get from the animals or plants or other sources. So here some food can be available from the plant, some can be from the animal, some can be from the other. So here first we will learn by the plant, the food that is available from the plant. So before that, when you prepare a food item, this food item for the preparation of this food item we require some other food materials. So whatever the materials that we are using to prepare the food, they are called ingredients. They are called ingredients. By using these ingredients, we are going to prepare the delicious food, right? So these ingredients we get from the plant or animal or otherwise other sources, right? So now come to plant as the food. Now in plant, stem, sugarcane, potato, onion, right? We use the stem of sugarcane, potato, onion as the food. Ginger is also food. And next come to root, beetroot, carrot, right, radish, all their roots are used as food. And flower, right? In case of banana flower, again banana flower, and sometimes we use tamarind flower, and as well as on Gudi Padwa we use what do you call? Come on, neem flower as the food, right? And next come to stem, root, flower, leaves, spinach, bitter leaves, we use as food, right? So these are the food sources. And now come to fruits. Fruits like tomato, brinjal, guava, mango, apple, banana. All these are fruits that we consume as food. Next come to animal food, right? Here from animal we get milk. Mainly we get milk, eggs, fish, meat. These are animal products. And as well as here eggs are complete dead because they contain carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins, etc. And milk also contain very delicious carbohydrates, proteins, fats, and vitamins. Fish it is very rich in vitamin E, A, D, etc. Right? So that's why we are consuming animal products also, right? And as well as one more product is honey. Honey will be produced by Madhumakhi, right? Honeybees. These honeybees, they store the honey in the hive. From the honey hive, we will get honey. Honey is the good medicine to burn the fat. We already discussed about that, right? So this is about food. Where do we get it from, right? So first lesson completed, and next we come to getting know to plant. So plant is a living thing. It contains different parts called root, stem, flower, branches, leaves, etc. Right? So here a plant it contains branches, leaves, flowers, fruits, root, and stem, right? So here when you look at this one by one, we will study the parts of plants and how do they work, right? So first one, the part of plant which is present in the ground, it is called root. It is called root. Here plant contain 2 types of roots. Not it doesn't mean that one plant contains 2 roots. Only either any one of these root it contains, right? So first one, all roots are same. All roots are arising from the same point and they don't have any branches. And second type, here it has a mid root and lateral roots or branched roots. It branched like this, right? So this kind of root system is called fibrous root system. Fibrous root system we can see in grass family, rice, wheat, jowar, rice family, right? Whereas it is taproot system. Taproot system is present in pulses. For example, right? I will explain you how to find the what you call fibrous root and taproot. Without looking the root, you can be able to say whether it is fibrous or taproot. I will explain you later, right? So here, what is the duty of root? Number one, it anchors the plant and it holds the soil. It consumes the water and minerals from the soil, right? So here, this is the duty of root. It anchors the soil, it makes the plant erect, and as well as it is useful to intake the water and minerals from the soil, right? And it transport to the shoot, stem. Now come to stem. Stem is the part which is exposed outside, Here stem bears branches and leaves, fruits, flowers, they are all given by the stem. Here stem involves in transportation of materials. Whatever the water and minerals that is taken by the root will be supplied to the parts of plants by the stem, and whatever the food prepared in the leaves can be transported to all our body parts through the stem, right? So here from root to shoot, the materials can be transported by stem, right? And now let us discuss about what you call leaf, right? So here leaves, they have midrib. First one, they have midrib, the strong one, and the stalk-like structure is called petiole, and it is leaf blade. It is leaf blade, also called lamina, right? These are veins, lateral veins, and it is midvein, or you can call midrib, midvein or midrib, right? So not all leaves appear like this. Some leaves they appear like this. For example, grass leaves, rice leaves, they show the veins like this. There is no main vein, there is no midvein, there is no branch vein. All veins are parallelly arranged. That's why this venation is called parallel venation. And whereas it is reticulate venation. Just remember one thing: when it is reticular venation, the root system is taproot system. When it is parallel venation, it is fibrous root system. When leaf appears parallel venation, when it shows parallel venation, it is fibrous root, and if it contains reticulate venation, it is taproot. Very simple to recognize. Now, even though if I closing this root, if I ask you, see that here the leaves they contain reticulate venation, then what is the kind of root? Absolutely, it is taproot system. Why? Because leaves have reticulate venation. If they have parallel venation, then it is fibrous root system, right? So here leaf performs number one, photosynthesis. In presence of sunlight, it takes carbon dioxide and water combined together and it forms carbohydrate food. And next, it transpirates the water. Transpiration means lose of excess water, right, in the form of vapor from the leaves. And next, it also involves in breathing. Breathing, gaseous exchange. Oxygen enters in and carbon dioxide go out through the leaves. Here, the breathing organ is stomata. The small pores present in the leaf are called stomata. Stomata is protected by guard cells, right? It is stomata. From this, the gaseous exchange takes place, right? Now, this is about leaf. So, to test whether the carbohydrates are present in the leaf or not, simply we have to boil the leaf in alcohol. Then leaf becomes decolorized, and add iodine on this. If you add iodine, it becomes blue color. This blue colorization of the leaf indicates that it contains food, right? Now, if you test whether sunlight is necessary or not, then take the plant and de-starch it by keeping in the dark room for 3 to 4 days, and cover on 4th day take out the plant and select a broad leaf and cover it with the black paper and keep it in sunlight, right? After 2 to 3 hours, take it out, and if you boil in the alcohol and if you add iodine, here there is no blue colorization at the covered zone, because if there is no sunlight, there is no food. When there is no food, there is no blue color, right? Like this, the leaf performs different activities. Next, come to flower, right? Here, flower, if flower contain both male and female reproductive parts, they are called bisexual flowers. If they contain any one of them, they are called unisexual flowers, right? And flowers contain four main parts. If four main parts are present, they are called complete flowers. If they miss anything, then they are called incomplete flowers. Right. So already we discussed, that's why I am telling you fast. Here it is stamen, and it is pistil, and it is ovary, it is style, it is stigma, it is anther, and it is filament. Right? These are petals, these are sepals. In ovary there is ovule, in the ovule there is ovum. Right? When you see the anther, inside the anther there are small powderiform structures. These are called pollen grains. The female sex cells present in the flower, female. Male. The male sex cells, they are called pollen grains. And here ovum is the female sex cell present in the ovule. Right? Now, by the process of pollination, means reaching of pollen grain onto the stigma, it is called pollination. After pollination, the male cell go and mix with the female cell. Then ovum and what you call pollen grain, it will mix together and it forms zygote. Zygote becomes embryo. Ovule becomes seed cover, and ovary becomes fruits. Finally, the fruit comes. Right? So here, embryo can be protected by the seedlets. The food required for the embryo will be given by seedlet. Here it is the embryo and it is seedlet. We also call it cotyledon, and it contains cover. This cover is made up of ovule. Right? It is made up of ovule and it is present in the fruit. Right? If you sow this seed, from this seed the new plant comes. We know that. Right? So that is seed germination. This is about plant parts that we are knowing. Right? And next, light, shadows and reflection. Here, light is a physical phenomenon that make us to see the things. Without light, we are unable to see the things. Why? Because when light rays are coming from the light source, they fall on the object, and then the object will reflect the light rays back into our eyes. Then we will be able to see the things. So that is about light. Right? So here, light always travels in straight line. To check that, just take a straight pipe, and have a look to the fire of the flame of the candle. Then you could be able to see directly. Whereas if you take the bent one, you are unable to see because the light travels straightly, and your pipe is like this. So that's why you are unable to see it. By this you can confirm the light travels straighter. Or otherwise, arrange some cardboard pieces and make holes in them, and keep a lightening lamp here, then the light rays will enter into these holes like this in straight manner. So by this you can say that light travels in straight line. Right? And here the light sources are self-glowing and non-self-glowing. Right? Self-glowing, they are called as luminous, and other non-glowing one are called as non-luminous. Right? So the illuminating materials are sun, and as well as electric bulb, lamp, candle, they are luminous, they give current. And as well as firefly, they are self-glowing one. Right? So here sources are natural and as well as artificial. Light sources are natural and artificial. Naturally, from the sun and moon we are getting light, natural. And whereas artificial one is electric bulb, tube light, all these lights that we produce, CFL, etc. Right? So they gives us light. And come to shadow. When light falls on an object, according to the penetration of light, the things are three types. What are they? Transparent, translucent, and opaque material. Transparent means it can able to pass the total light rays, right? And so we can able to see the image clearly. Whereas translucent, oil paper, right? Or otherwise some translucent windows also there, glass windows, translucent glass windows, we are unable to see through them, right? Clear image, that is translucent. And whereas opaque material, the opaque material never allows the light rays to come to enter through them, so they won't show the image, right? So here, to form the shadows we require three things. Number one, light. Number two, opaque material. And number three, screen. in presence of these three only we could able to get the shadow of the object, right? So for example, if I keep an item here, then when light falls on it on the screen, we are going to get the shadow of that particular object. So shadow don't have any color because light is absent there. Wherever the light is absent, it is called shadow. Shadow. The dark part in presence of light is called shadow. Right? Now come to reflection. Here, reflection is nothing but movement of the light rays. Movement of the light rays. For example, if you want to see this flower, then the light rays from the light source, they come and fall onto the surface of flower, right? Now these are incident rays. These rays are called incident rays, and whereas they reflect back, they are called reflected rays. Reflected rays, incident rays and reflected rays. Incident rays and reflected rays. So here, come here, angle of incident ray is always equal to angle of reflected ray. I already explained you. So depending upon that, we could able to make a device called periscope, right? Take an agarbatti box, incense stick box now. Take an agarbatti box and draw diagonal line here, and then cut it in this manner. Cut it, make a hole here, make a slit here, and insert the glass pieces here in opposite direction. Now it is the back side of the mirror and it is front side of the mirror. Okay, now it is back side, it is front side. They should be opposite to each other. Now cut this part, right? And here back side, cut this part of the agarbatti box, right? Now when you see, look at here, the light rays, for example, if you want to see here someone is standing, so the reflected rays enters here on this mirror. From here it reflects back onto this mirror. Then the reflected rays comes to your eye. It comes to your eye. This is periscope we use in army to get protected from the enemies, right? And now next come to images. We can see our image in the mirror. Mirrors are two types: curved mirrors, plane mirrors, or spherical mirrors, plane mirrors. Plane mirror do not form real image, it forms virtual image. Whatever the image that you are seeing in the mirror, it is virtual image. But whereas curved one means concave mirror, concave mirror, it show real image because it falls on the screen. In cinema hall, whatever the image that you are seeing, it is real image. Why? Because it is falling on screen, and whatever the image that you are seeing in the mirror, it is virtual image, not real image, right? Virtual image and real images. Virtual image is formed by plane mirrors, and real image is formed by curved mirror, that is concave mirror and convex mirrors, right? So here the image size depends upon the distance between mirror and the object. Mirror and object. For example, if you want to look this if you want to look this, the image will fall in the mirror. Here it falls, the image, and here it is your eyes. If you want to look at this, the reflected rays, they come from the surface, but whatever the distance between image and the mirror is there, in the same distance the image will appear inside, right? So this is about image formation in the plane mirror, right? So this is about light, shadow and reflection. Here when the surface is smooth, the reflected rays, they comes normal. For example, if it is the plane surface, then these are the incident rays, and reflected rays, they comes as it is. So here there is a formation of clear image. It is called regular reflection. Regular reflection. And whereas if the surface is irregular, right, then these are the incident rays, and reflected rays, it go irregularly. So it is called irregular reflection. Irregular reflection won't show clear image. There is no clear image, right? And this is about reflections, regular and irregular reflections. Next come to pinhole camera. In pinhole camera we require few pipelines. One pipeline should be bigger than other, right? Now insert the small pipe into big pipe, right? Next end of the big pipe should be covered with translucent paper or oil paper, right? And front side of this should be covered with cardboard piece and make a hole here, right? Then if you want to see the object, then it forms the inverted image on the screen. The translucent paper, it becomes screen, right? So this one occurs because the light rays, they always travels in straight line, so they become inverted here, right? So this is about pinhole camera. Thank you. If you have any doubts.